Thousands of demonstrators have rallied in Tbilisi in another night of protest against a Russian-style foreign influence bill. Up to 50,000 protesters marched through the Georgian capital, calling on the government of the former Soviet Republic to withdraw the draft legislation. They likened the bill to one introduced in Russia by Vladimir Putin, which critics say has been used to suppress dissent. The ruling Georgian Dream party is currently forcing the legislation through parliament, despite months of protest. Last year, mass demonstrations forced Georgian Dream to drop plans for a similar measure. Let's cross to DW correspondent Maria Katamazi in the Georgian capital, Tbilisi. Hello, Maria. What's going on in Tbilisi now?
Yes, indeed, thousands of protesters came out on the streets in Tbilisi. We've seen an ocean of people marching from 3 different locations in the city to the Europe Square. Pro-European demonstrators are showing their commitment to the European path. They say that they are disappointed by the government's decision to reintroduce this bill. What's interesting here is that the protest resumed after a long Easter break, but surely the Easter break in Georgia here was not peaceful at all. We've seen this spike of violence against the protesters, against the activists and opposition figures who are actually opposing this bill. In the city, you can see the posters of the independent journalists, of the activists. It reads that they are the traitors, they are the foreign agents of the country. And that's what people here in Georgia are fearing, that even though the bill has not been introduced yet, but we can already see the implications, the intimidation of the journalists and the discreditation of the pro-democracy movements here in the country.
Right. So are there any signs to suggest that the government is ready to listen to the crowd and reconsider the bill?
The government again today reiterated its commitment to the so-called foreign agents bill. However, yesterday the Prime Minister Irakli Kobakidze in the interview with local journalists said that it could be that the government decides to make some changes to the bill during the presidential veto procedure, but pro-Western President Salome Zurabishvili has voted to veto the bill. However, it's not going to be enough because she doesn't have real power in this country. The ruling party still can override this veto. So, and she also, what's interesting here, that she is opposing the government, and she said that the bill is a problem for Georgia, but it's a bigger problem, what she calls a Russian government in Georgia, referring to the leadership of the ruling party. So depolarization in Georgia and possible clashes between political parties as well.
Quickly on this one, what really is at stake for Georgia here?
Well, the Georgian democracy is essentially being put to the test now. The EU integration, Euro-Atlantic integration rather, also is enshrined in the country's constitution. And people who are actually protesting this bill, they're saying that they see this move of reintroduction of the bill as unconstitutional move of the government. And also this is, as I said, the violence increased against the civil society members, and Georgians believe that this bill, it's going to cause the same repressions as it did in Russia, and that's why they say that they will not back down and protest again and again until the government withdraws, but government doesn't show any sign of intending to do so at this moment.
Right. Maria Katamazi in Tbilisi. Thank you.